What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5 Episode 8 review. As you can see, I'm in my filming room. This is a little sneak peek of what I got going on. Now that I'm filming in here for the first time, I think I want to add 2 more panels of grass right here. I'm going to make that happen. Yeah, but I'm still going to show you my room tour. But yeah, I think I want to add 2 more panels right up in here. But anywho, this is a sneaky peek. The full video will be up later on this week. Anywho, so on this week's episode, Amara says that she has to go to the Dominican Republic to see her daddy because he's sick and she's fearful that he might not be in remission anymore and everything. And so Safaree comes to see her before she goes. Mind you, they've been on bad terms ever since they got into it the last time. And she's upset about a tweet that he posted saying FaceTime relations is better than real relations, if you know what I mean. So they get in her room and she's packing and everything and he's standing up and she gets to crying and talking about her dad and feeling like she's like her mom, being a single mom and the father's not around and how overwhelmed she is and all this, that, and the third. And Safaree was like, you know, I have moments like that too. And she was like, I don't see it. And Safaree in his confession was like, you know, we're in the middle of a conversation and she said something provocative to start an argument. She does this a lot. And I agree because you really are mad about the tweet. You're more mad about the tweet than you actually are about your father. But you use that as a segue to really say what you wanted to say in the first place. And how old are we? Just come out and say how you feel, what you thinking, or whatever, instead of beating around the bush, Amara. So, she says, hold up, boy, I lost my spot. So Safaree, says, you know, that I've already talked to you about everything that I post is not necessarily real or true, like it's entertainment. So he was like, you know, you push me away a lot. And she says, you make a lot of weird comments that make me feel some type of way. And she has every right to feel some type of way when he posted something like that. And me and you supposed to be dating, doing our thing or whatever. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But instead of doing all that beating around the bush and all of that hooping and hollering as she do, like, just ask the question. And at the end of the day, y'all are just dating. Unless y'all both said that y'all not going to see anybody else, then honestly, truly, you shouldn't be pressed about what he tweets. Y'all not boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all are dating, which means you should be able to date other people and he should be able to date other people. Keep it moving. So at this point, you know, she doing a bunch of yelling and rolling her eyes and got an attitude and all of that type of stuff. So Safaree leaves. He was like, all right, bye. And she followed him outside. And that's when she finally mentions the tweet. And Safaree says, I don't even think you should be asking me that. Safaree know he will make a way to make these chicks look stupid. So she get mad and storm on in the house and he skeet skirt off. Baby, the only thing I took away from that whole scene is the fact that Amara's house looked like a mausoleum. It looked like a funeral home. That is the most god-awful decorated house I've ever seen in my life. It's like, what is this? Like, it's just a hodgepodge of foolishness. You feel like you walking through one of them antique stores. Like she need to be on Antique Roadshow or on PBS. Like, what is going on? Her house is god awful. God bless her. Like, you need to fix this house. Maybe that's why you and your mama so depressed and mad all the time. I'd be mad too in that ugly tail house. So Trick and his play sister Carla are in the kitchen cooking together, and he says he's been friends with her since the 90s. Like, that's his best friend. So she has twin daughters. and her daughters are moving to Miami. They want to be rappers, and she wants him to mentor them. But he looking like, child, I ain't trying to be sitting up here with T and Tamara and Mary Kate and Ashley. Absolutely not. And she plays him one of the girls' songs to show that they really are serious. And the song was alright. It is what it is. You know, if they had help with their bars, I think that they could honestly make it. You know, another rap duo, they twins, they're really pretty girls. They could make it. You know what I'm saying? They rhymes or whatever are elementary, but at least they're trying. You know what I'm saying? I think with guidance and help, they could actually be artists. So she asks, however, though, when the girls come to Miami, can they stay with him because she trusts him with the girls? And he like, I don't know about that, Bernie. But since that's his partner and she always holding him down, he, of course, is going to help her out. So Vonshay is out with her mentor, her parents, and the baby. And she's graduating from college that week, but says that in her confessional that she is disappointed with her behavior at poker night. But as we saw on next week's episode, she gonna be right back acting ghetto and foolish. So you ain't too sorry. And I'm like, you want to talk about all these degrees and things that you have, and you the youngest this, the youngest that, and you on television acting like the next ratchet heifer. Like, what differentiates you from the rest of these people? Like, why are you even on this show when you have all of these accolades? Like, you want to be famous, obviously. So, Gunplay arrives drunk, boots, okay? Vonshay, knowing that he's drunk, still decides to suggest that her mama and him go and talk one-on-one. And the mama was like, right now? And she was like, yeah, might as well get it over with. Well, girl, you stupid for wanting that conversation to go down right then and there in front of your mentor, this person that you need a cosign for as far as your career. Why would you even want to have that type of conversation around, you know, outside company? Like, you're stupid. So, he and the mama go and sit down, and she says that the letter she wrote to her daughter wasn't about him, but her daughter's choices. Ma'am, it was about him. You mentioned him. You mentioned his family. Now, I can see if in the letter you were just saying, I'm disappointed, I don't think that you should get married, this, that, and the third, and focused on her and didn't mention that man's family, but you did. So he has every right to be upset, and you need to own up to the fact that you disrespected this man. And granted, you can feel how you want to feel, but you didn't have to bring his parents and all of that into the situation. So Gunplay says, you know, but you talked about my parents. Like, when are you going to take responsibility for that? And the mother was like, you're implying something. And he was like, no, I saw the letter. I read it. Like, I ain't implying nothing. And so, Richard, she cracked me up calling him Richard. Like, we still don't know what his entertainment name is. Girl, it's not gonna change who this man is, you calling him Richard. So he was like, he got fed up and he was like, I'm good, like I said. So he says, I'm good, and then he goes back over to the table with Vonshay and her father and the mentor and was like I said, I don't F for her, period. And she was like, whoa. He was like, nah, I'll be in the car. And he leaves. Mind you, the father is sitting right there this whole time. The father waits until Richard walks out and then decides to act like he the big bad wolf and try to act buck. I'm like, you punk nigga. Like, boy, if you don't get somewhere and sit down, the daddy gonna talk about I know a Negro when I see him. I told you that's some ish I don't deal with. You'll see real quick who the F your daddy is and what I tolerate and what I don't tolerate, while he taking off his microphone. But sir, you ain't had that energy when he was sitting here. You ain't had that energy when he was over there arguing with your wife. You ain't had that energy when he was arguing with your wife at the baby reveal. So sir, you are not about that life. Sit down somewhere with your little punk pudgy self, child. So Safaree and Ray J go working out together, and Safaree is just pleasant. I mean, Ray J is pleasantly plump. I was like, oh, you ever let, you know, life get away from you? I'm not used to seeing Ray J like that. So he tells Safaree that him and Princess are doing really good right now, and I'm happy because I'm so sick of them too. But Safaree tells him about Amada's breakdown and how he basically like patted her on the shoulder and was like, "Get it together, champ." So Ray J was like, "Dog, you gotta beat her for it. You just can't be, nonchalant like that." And he was like, "I'm Jamaican. We grew up with tough love. That's all I know." And that makes a lot of sense to why Safaree acts the way that he acts. So then Ray J was like, "You said she in the Dominican Republic to check on her father, but this don't look like she, in a grief-stricken state about her father. She out with a whole new dress on, beat face, and everything else, posting on the gram, cheesing, having a good time." So he suggests that maybe she's not in there in the Dominican Republic for her father. Maybe she's there for her baby daddy. And posting thirst traps to make him feel some type of way. And so now this got Safaree to thinking like, well, maybe that is what she on. Maybe she started that argument with me so she can have an excuse to go down there and do what she wanted to do. And he was like, mind you, we haven't even spoken since she been gone. Child, we all have seen that Amada got her tricks up her sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And the more she's on this show, the more I'm seeing the cracks in her personality. It's all becoming like a facade to me. When she got on the internet a few weeks ago talking about this was a storyline between her and Safaree, they never messed around. Okay, girl, goodbye, ma'am. So the twins, what was it, Aisha and Deja, or Aisha and Deja? Child, don't give me the line. They look like Malika and her sister from what's the movie with T.I.? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They call themselves the Hollywood twins, child. Why? I don't know. Is Hollywood they name, or they just want to be Hollywood? Because I'm just not understanding. They look like the Fashion Nova twins. Pretty girls though. So, and they're identical. I couldn't tell them apart. So they do I Got My Pot or whatever Trick Daddy little show is on YouTube, and they say that they coming for Trina Throne, honey. They coming for Trina. They ain't coming for the city girls because Trina is the top chick in Miami. Y'all might as well have said y'all was coming for Jackie O. The rapper Jackie O. Child, okay. So then Shay and Fabo meet up with her mama Sandra so they can, hash things out after what happened at the baby reveal or whatever it was. And he's supposed to be apologizing to the mama. The mama get there and she suggested they talk one-on-one. So Shay goes inside the building with the baby. Fabo says that he didn't disrespect her, but apologizes to her for raising his voice. So during the conversation, this ignoramus gets smart with the mama again, and she says something to him. He was like, "Did I stutter?" Let me tell you something. Mama better than me, because I would have flipped the table on him like Erica did Spice, because who you talking to? Who are you talking to? With that chin strap, that jock strap around your chin, sir. He is a disrespectful son of a gun. And like I said to y'all, if this ain't a storyline, Shay, you need your be okay. This better be a storyline. Y'all all better be in on this, because Shay, you look like the biggest idiot ever. You always want to talk about Amada and how the effed up relationship she in and how dumb she is and she needs to do better. And you over here in the worst relationship of them all. This man ain't got no respect for nobody. Okay? So, the mama was like, you gonna be in my daughter's life, and you my granddaughter's father. And he was like, he don't want no relationship with her. And she was like, all right, fine. And she was like, she said something about he better not marry her daughter. And he called her a bee and got up at that lady face, pointing his finger, and security had to get him, out of that lady face. And then here comes Shay coming out talking about, but what if I marry him? And the mama was like, you'll be making the biggest mistake of your life if you marry that fool. And so Shay gonna tell him some, y'all was supposed to apologize. What you mean, y'all? The mama wasn't supposed to apologize for nothing. Your ignorant baby daddy was supposed to apologize. What are you talking about? And then in her confessional, she talking about some, if things don't go the way that I wanted them to, I'm gonna have to make a decision, and it's gonna be me choosing one of them over the other. And it's gonna hurt one of them. The fact that it's even a choose one or another, it should have been, you disrespect my mama not once but twice, and then you called her a B and got up in her face. Oh, it's a wrap. You ain't never got to worry about me. Never. Okay? Never, ever, ever, ever. I would have been on some Taylor Swift. We're never, ever, ever getting back together. I don't even like her. Child, bye. So I was just really shocked by Shay, because we have seen her get bucked for less than that. And you ain't checking this dude? Like, he got you that tied up? He making you look worse than Scrappy did. You might as well go back to Scrappy. Shoot. So Vonshay ends up confronting Gunplay about the way he spoke to her mom. And he was like, yeah, my judgment was off. And she was like, no, your drinking was off. So she tells him to get it together, apologize to her mother again, and to stop drinking. And Gunplay was like, I'll slow down. That's all I can really do for you right now. And Vonshay gonna tell us, if my parents don't show up to my graduation, you gonna have a problem with me. How about, ma'am, you have a problem with yourself? This man keep on showing you who he is, and you keep on sticking around. Okay, now I know at this point it's a wrap between them two, but like, how many more things does he have to do before you finally get it? So at this point, he's not the problem, you're the problem. And you keep on talking about some, if my mentor don't work with me, if my mama don't come to my graduation, I'm gonna do this. Girl, shut up. Because you one of them people that you seem like you real book smart, but your life dumb, okay? And I'm sick of it. So the twins get in the booth, child, and they can't get it together for nothing. They all over the place, but they cute at the end of the day. So Sandra, Shay mama, ends up meeting with her son MJ and tells him how Fabo disrespected her again. And he was like, nah, we not about to do this. I'm about to confront him. And I was like, somebody need to, because your sister ain't. So she shows MJ a text message that Shay sent her, and she said that Shay was being really nasty, and that in the text message she told her mama she needed some space. So obviously she shows Fabo over her mama. Okay, girl, you go right ahead. So the mama break down and start crying. Like, she really was crying. Like, tear came out of her eye and everything. Because she says, we just got our situation together, her and Shay's relationship. And she's concerned for her daughter because she's in this really bad relationship. And I would be concerned too, because it's like, girl, what is you thinking? Obviously, you're not. So at the very end of the episode, Amara says in her confessional that her daddy is going to be fine. It was just a health scare, but he's still going to need, like monitoring or whatever. Which makes me even believe, like, did you really go to the Dominican Republic for your daddy? I'm really starting to wonder myself. So she ends up meeting with Safaree because she mad still. And she got an attitude and brings up how he left her house. And so Safaree was like, it looked like you were thirst trapping for your baby daddy on the gram. And Amara says, we're just dating, right? And I was like, good one, because while you in my business, I can't question you, don't question me. Okay? So Safaree was like, you're not over him. It's okay. And she said, you're not over Erica. You're becoming like every man I've ever known. You're starting to prove everything everybody said about you. And I'm like, Amada, you in this soap opera about every man I meet treat me like my father. Don't nobody want me. I always get left. If you continue to have that mentality, then that's what you're going to keep on attracting. This woe is me crap is old, girl. Old and stale. And I'm sick of it. So, Amada says, talk, say something, because at this point Safaree just sitting there just staring at her. Like, and I understand now why he does that, because he probably one of the people like me that once he get to going, he ain't gonna be able to stop, and he gonna end up cussing your butt out. So she was like, talk, say something. I've sacrificed bookings for you. And he was like, hold up. Stop saying that. Stop acting like you being next to me don't bring you a lot of effing attention. And I was like, okay, now you feeling yourself, Safaree. Like, she ain't got no more attention dating you than she has dating anybody else. But okay, child. So the Maya was like, it's surely the F don't. Safaree says they wasn't talking about you the way they talking about you until you got with me. You ain't never seen this type of promo. What flight of steps you fell down? What are you talking about, Safaree? Boy, bye. So at this point, she gets up and throws her drink in his face. And then like half of it got on him. He picked up his glass and out of instinct, he was going to throw it back at her. But then he realized it was a woman and he stopped himself. And security got in the way. And I think he called her like a dumb bee or something like that. And I know he called her a stupid A bird and was making bird noises at her. What happened to that boy? And she Thompson, run away like you always do. Run away, Safaree. This, that, and the third. She steady smacking over stuff in these people restaurant acting a fool. And then the episode went off. I'm tired of Amara. I really honestly am. Get her off the show. She's annoying me at this point because she is the perpetual victim and it's annoying the heck out of me. The MVP of this episode for me will have to be... Who is the MVP of this episode? I'm going to say it was Sandra. I think she handled herself well because any other mama would have boom bopped him upside the head. I think the least valuable player who did the worst this episode by far was Shay. Yeah, Shay, I'm so disappointed, girl. Shay from Flavor of Love, child. Boots. Bucky. No, you Bucky. And you needed to get Buck. Okay? If y'all have a reunion, you better cuss him out from the rooter to the tutor. And y'all bet not still be together. Because I'm going to be really sick of you. Okay? Overall, I'm going to give the episode A-. It was a really good episode. Really good episode. If you guys have not watched the new trailer for Love and Hip Hop Miami, I put it up. And it's a trailer for the last 4 episodes of this season. And it looks like we're going out with a bang. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all check out that video. I also put up the trailer for Basketball Wives and Basketball Wives Orlando. Okay. So make sure you guys check that out. I love you. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.